my fellow artist, and welcome to my paper peony course. I'm so grateful that you've decided to join me in this journey where I plan to teach you everything I've learned so far on how to make a luscious and fluffy white peony with pink exterior petals. I will reveal how I prepare and paint the paper, how I cut and shape the petals, how I make the center elements, the sepals, the buds, the leaves, and the stems, all of them with a lot of botanical details. The way I make my peonies is, I dare to say, pretty unique in the paper flower world. This look is the result of hundreds of specimens that I've made over the years, as well as a lot of research with natural flowers, deconstruction, and sketches. During this course, I work with two different paper weights. Here we have the Italian heavyweight, 180 grams, called white cream, which I paint with acrylics in order to obtain a gradient of light pinks. This paper is strong with visible grains and horizontal machine lines. And I also have the heavyweight 160 grams German crepe paper called antique white, which I prefer to use instead of the Italian because the paper grains are softer and the machine lines are less visible. I will still paint it in order to obtain this gradient from ivory white to pale pink. My recommendation is to try to source the German paper, but if you can't find it, feel free to use the Italian 180 grams or 140 grams. I'm using both papers to show you that both are viable options for this flower. In the PDF section of the course, you have the supply list and all the practical information you need, like color codes, sizes, and measurements. You can print them. This way it will be easier for you to follow the video. Make sure to mix everything well until you will obtain a creamy texture. Also, I'm adding a bit of water, and that will help the color spread easily. For now, I will paint only 3 of the 4 equal pieces, and these other 2 I will leave aside. The first thing that I do is I overstretch the paper to the maximum in order to release all the elasticity and dilute all the paper grains. Before we start to cut all the peony petals, I will present my tips on the lamination technique that we will use for a few times during this course. After which I will show you how to make the peony pistil. I will demonstrate how I distribute the templates to each paper sheet. We will cut the petals in a specific order. So I'm starting with the ivory paper strips and the smaller templates. And next I will cut the pink papers for the medium and big templates. I'm carefully folding the paper strips, making sure the edges are aligned. Because I need to cut this in half horizontally. So I fold and stretch for a bit. So I have here 3 templates called 1A, 1B, and 1C. The number 1 is important because it means we are cutting the first paper strip. So the petals are ready. I have the pistil also ready. I have assembled the peony made with the Italian paper 180 grams to have it as a model and to show you a preview of what we will get in the end. You can see that this peony also has a gradient effect. So I will put this aside for now. The first thing I do is to attach a floral wire 18 or 16 gauge to the pistil, so I will obtain a small stem. So I have attached all the interior petals, and I've created this bamboo peony shape with all these beautiful and ruffled layers. Next, we have to cut and shape the exterior petals. We can also add the oval petals in reverse, like I wish to do at this point, just so we can create the illusion of a fallen petal, like the flower is in an advanced blooming stage. So I'm adding this petal here. In this next video, I will show you how I make the sepals and how I glue them to the back of the flower. I've added them already to this peony, so I can show you a preview of what's next. You can see that all of the sepals and bracts are anatomically correct in every small detail. The shape, the coloring, the placement of each element. You will find instructions, templates, drawings, codes, and photos with real specimens in the PDF documents that will help and guide you to make and attach all of these elements. Apply some more pressure to make sure the paper is really glued to the stem. And now the bracts and the stem are united, and we have this continuity between the vertical grains of the bracts and the stem, which is a very realistic effect. Okay, so next I will show you how to make a peony bud, like this one I have already made. And peony foliage. And how to assemble all of this to the stem. Next, I will show you how to make a peony bud that looks like this one I have here. With all the sepals added in the right place and the small bracts and leaves. We will need 16 gauge floral wire that needs to be wrapped with floral tape. And I like to add some extra touches of color. So I'm taking my painting sponge that has some magenta on it, and I'm adding some color spots only to the top parts, just to make them more vibrant. So these are my peony buds. One of my favorite parts actually from creating this majestic flower. In the next video, I will show you how I make peony foliage. Peonies have the most complex and complicated foliage to make. I have here a prototype to show you a preview of what we will achieve. I'm showing my techniques and tips, and after you learn them, you will be able to make other leaf designs because peony foliage is very diverse. I've already assembled the other peony to have it as an example. This is what we will achieve: a thick and solid stem, slightly curved, with the leaves and the bud attached in a way that looks very realistic. I hope you've enjoyed working alongside me, and also I tried to do my best in teaching you my methods of making paper peonies. In the PDF documents, you will find a lot of useful information, photos with real peonies, and reconstructed flowers, drawings with many other petal variations and foliage shapes that you can use in your creative process. And I'm sharing them with you because I wish to encourage you to develop your own methods, shapes, and templates. Hello, and welcome to my bonus chapter. Since so many of you enjoyed my pink peonies from this summer, I decided to make this bonus section for you as a sign of gratitude. I will share my research and the photos with deconstructed peonies, and I will use this color called amethyst pink, code 361 for the interior petals, and code 379 called orchid mauve for the exterior petals. You will find plenty of inspiration to do that with these images. Um, you will discover a lot of new shapes. So this is how I make these pink garden peonies. One of my favorites because I see them everywhere during springtime. You can use these techniques with other colors if you wish. I think ivory or red paper will work just as lovely as this pink paper. All the rest of the steps, like making the sepals, adding the stem and the leaves, are the same as before, so feel free to continue finishing this peony. You've already seen how I do this, so continue by adding the sepals and the rest of the elements. I hope you've enjoyed my bonus section. I hope you've learned something new, and I was very happy to be able to share all of this extra knowledge with you.